What? You lot actually thought that the title race is going to be easy? Thought it was going to be a cakewalk, yeah? Listen, Man City, they're not looking to give this up anytime soon. Beating Liverpool 2-1 at Anfield. They're not looking to give up the chase. They're looking to chase us down. And we better be ready, man. Hey, buckle up. It's going to be a bumpy ride. Hi there, guys. It's your boy Dashiki Dash, and welcome back to A Dash of the Gunners. You know, this is where your boy talks about all things Arsenal-related hot topics and trending stories. And I tell you what, woo! Matchweek 25, done and dusted. Could breathe a little bit, but you know what? It is what it is, man. We done our job. We won, got our 3 points, 3 goals, beating Sunderland. And then we was just hoping, a little favour. Just hoping for a little favour from Liverpool, not in the running. They're trying to pay for Champions League, qualification and all that. So we thought, at the very least, that will give them the impetus, that charge to push on to try and get them points. But unfortunately, Man City had different ideas and they don't look like they're letting up anytime soon. So, just as fresh off the back of the Liverpool versus Man City game, seeing that Man City beat Liverpool 2-1 at Anfield. And it's no small feat, that was a serious win. So congratulations. Got to give it to Man City. At the start of the game, they were behind. We could have gone 9 points ahead, but, they had other ideas. And they said it themselves, the likes of Bernardo Silva and Erling Haaland was saying the thought of going 9 points behind could have spelt the ending of the title race. For me, I didn't think it would be that. I know a lot of people were saying that, if we go 9 points ahead, it's the end of the title race. I've seen Man City claw back leads. I know people say, it's not the same Man City, but look, man, it's still not a wide enough gap. And if there's any moment to really show that you're still involved, you're still trying to push for this title, you're still in this title charge, Man City just showed us that it's not over. Yeah, there's still plenty of games to go and it's not over. Anyway, before I jump into this video, which will be the match week 25 review for Arsenal, and also obviously just touching on the Liverpool Man City game, and then just in general, man, look, our next game is going to be against Brentford. So that's a big game in itself. So literally going to be reviewing match week 25 and then going on to match week 26. Before I jump into the video, make sure that you like, comment and subscribe. Smash that like button. Do all that jazz. Share it. And just as important, press the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of my shows. Really important. So jumping into it, match week 25 done. Arsenal versus Sunderland. In my clips and short content, I will say, this is a must-win game. Must-win game. Especially, we had drawn 2 games. We lost at home to Man United. This is all in the Premier League. But then, obviously, beating Leeds away from home. Then beating Chelsea in the Carabao Cup. Then going on to beating Sunderland, it's starting to look like we're gathering a bit of more momentum in our last couple of games. So we needed that win. We needed to just keep on, keeping Man City at bay. So beating Sunderland 3-0 at home was fantastic, and the fact that we got a lick back. I normally don't really care about all that stuff, but obviously when you win, you could talk about it a bit more. But look, man, we could have won at the Stadium of Light. We drew 2-2. We conceded late on. But with that, coming to the Emirates, so this was one of the games that I was looking at. I was thinking to myself, you know what? When they come back to the Emirates, especially the way everybody reacted, it was all doom and gloom, all of that kind of stuff. So I was just thinking, when they come back to the Emirates, we have to get our own back. And not only just get our own back, we need 3 points, which is most important. it was a really good game. Good game. Sunderland did not make it easy for us. They didn't make it. It was no walk in the park, man. I was watching the game and I was just frustrated in terms of just we weren't really getting a strong hold. Yes, we have a way of controlling games, but it's still not to my liking. You know what I mean? I still feel like we've not even hit the point in this season where we're making games look very, very comfortable. It always feels like we're on the edge until we force the issue. And that's what happened in that game. Zubimendi scores an absolute banger. Gets set back to him by Trossard. And I don't know, like the technique was like he sliced across the ball, little swaz to it. And then it goes in off the post and in. And that kind of allowed us to keep calm and then obviously go into the charge. I did say in my starting lineup video that, there will be the opportunity for players to come off the bench, to make a difference. And we saw that, Havertz started, with Jesus up front. So it took for the likes of Gyökeres and Martinelli to come on and make a difference, and the difference that it made, man. Gyökeres scoring 2 goals. Look, man, just to quickly touch on Gyökeres, because, my boys know me, like, and my own brother knows me as well. Like, I've been very, very harsh and critical, on Gyökeres. He's not my cup of tea. But with that being said, I'm not a person that's just going to be headstrong and wrong and strong and stuff like that. What I will say is, look, as long as he's putting in the work and he's scoring the goals, that's going to, take us to the promised land. Fair dues, innit? I have now accepted, this is the key point to it. I have now accepted the fact that it's not just going to take a Gyökeres to be the Marvel superhero for Arsenal. He's wearing the number 14, but he ain't got that Henry power in it. It's going to take for the likes of Gyökeres. It's going to take for Jesus. It's going to take for Havertz. It's going to take for, your Trossard, your Martin. It's going to take for everybody to contribute to scoring goals and winning games. The fact that Gyökeres right now is on a bit of a decent run. I think he's like the top goal scorer in 2025 at the moment, if not equal now. The fact that Haaland has scored. I think Gyökeres is on 6 goals for the year of 2026. So he's in good form. So may it long continue. This is what we brought you here for. Unfortunately, the reason why we're being harsh is because you've come with a huge reputation and the fact that this is the year for the title. You know what I mean? So it's unfortunate. Maybe if you came here last year, we can give you a bit of, a bit of lax, a bit of, you know what, he needs a season to go. But you got to hit this ground running. And so far, at this present moment, he's doing what he needs to do. So, kudos to you, Gyökeres. Keep it going. And, the likes of Havertz, Jesus coming back from lengthy injuries and making, an impact. Man, may it continue, man, because Havertz as well, just as much we applied so much praise on Jesus making his comeback and showing that, we missed him and he added that little spice to our attack. Havertz is just as equal to that as well, man, because not only is it that he'll be playing as a number 9 and he can play as a number 9, he could play as a 10. He played in that kind of Odegaard role as well. We've seen him play in that 10 role before, but even more so now, he's dropping deep, he's collecting the ball, he's starting off the play, and his combination or his link up with Gyökeres is direct. That will be one thing that I will say about Havertz. So far that he's showing the rest of the team is like, if you get this ball into Gyökeres early doors, then he's going to do something with it. And we saw with the goal, it's played in, from Trossard into Havertz. Havertz then obviously just plays it into Gyökeres. Gyökeres, although maybe the first initial touch or whatnot, the ball's going away from him, he's leaning back, slaps it. More time, you'll see strikers that don't have that shot power and the keeper saves it. But the shot power is there and it's gone in past the keeper. So that was good to see. And then obviously Gyökeres' last goal, the ball, Sunderland are breaking to try and attack, and then the ball's being played over. Martinelli on his darting runs that he does, you know what I mean, through on goal. I thought that he was just going to take it on himself, but then, you know, unselfishly, which is going to give not only the team, the players that are trying to serve up Gyökeres the confidence, but it's going to give Gyökeres the confidence to know, like, you know what, this team actually does trust me. And Merson said it as well, said it best. It does look like that the team don't fully trust him. And my take to that was like, look, if you've played football and you've played in teams that you've not really rated the player all that, and I'm just speculating, so I'm not saying that, oh, the players don't rate him, but just naturally, when you're just seeing a player and you're not really, whether it's consciously or subconsciously, you're not giving him the ratings, you're going to be a bit reluctant to give the ball straight away in it. But now that he's getting the ball, you know, quite early and he's actually doing something with it, then this is going to give the confidence to the team, the players, and also Gyökeres knowing that when he gets the ball, he's going to be able to dispatch and slap it away. So that was a brilliant win, man. Brilliant win. Some real standout players, you know, Declan Rice, brilliant performance as often as we know that he can perform like that, man. He's always 7 and above, man. 8s, 9s, you know what I mean? Sometimes even 10s. Like, you know, he's outstanding. Who else would I rate in that match as well? Who else? My mind's going blank. Zubimendi as well, man. Absolutely brilliant. The guy is on fire. I think he's got like 6 goals, 3 assists. I think when he was in La Liga in and around this time, it was like 4 goals, 2 assists. So you can see that he's just gone leaps and bounds. To come to the Premier League, where we often enough say like, our players need time to settle in and all that kind of stuff. He's just shown like, listen, talent is talent in it. Like, if you've got that about you, you've got that about you. And what I like about Zubimendi is like, he makes the simple things look like his consistency and making things look so simple is out of this world. It's out of this world. You know what I mean? And people think it's easy to play like that. You know what I mean? But nah, I can understand why now we brought him to Arsenal. I really understand it. Like, and this is no shade to our previous, you know, number 6, you know, the Partes and all that, different types of players. But you can just see in terms of the control that he has, and also the legs, because he's not just playing as a 6. He's filling in as an 8. Sometimes you see him in a 10. You know what I mean? Countless of times he was breaking up play, edge of the box. He had a really good game, man. And, you know, he's scoring goals. After his mistake against Man United, this is 2 back-to-back games, Premier League games, where he's been able to get in the right positions and start the charge for us, get that goal that kind of relaxes us. And, you know, may it long continue, man. He's been a brilliant performer. A couple, you know, honorable mentions, your Salibas. I know a lot of people didn't really give him that much of ratings. He played well, but I saw people like giving him like, you know, lower scores. Like, I think easily he could have, you know, he played as he done a 7, 8, you know what I mean, performance wise, because although people saying that he was kind of struggling with, that Brobby guy, you got to remember Saliba, that's not really his game. He ain't really he ain't the Rock kind of in our defensive line, in it. He's the Rolls Royce. You know what I mean? Yes, both of them are bricks. You know, the brick wall. Yeah. But his game is more like the Rolls Royce. You know what I mean? Makes things look easy, nice, slick, passing out, coming out with the ball. But you can't bully him as well, man. Physically, he was at the races with it. Like, he was doing well. Like, and obviously his defensive partner, Gabriel, fantastic game as well. That's more his game. He relishes those kind of tussles and stuff like that. And they kept him at bay, man. He got, you know, hooked off. I can't remember what minute it was, but yeah, he got no change out of the boys. So another brilliant win, clean sheet, 3-0. Got a lick back, and yeah, just as important, it was to get the 3 points. Who else? Calafiori, just to quickly mention. I know a lot of people were getting onto him, but look, man, he's been out injured. I'm not trying to give too many players excuses, but he's been out injured, and like, he looked a bit rusty. And I thought that, you know, obviously giving Hincapié a rest was a brilliant move, because we're going to need him to come on. And when he came on, he kind of just shored up things, and kept things nice at the back there, for the boys. But yeah, man, look, that was our game against Sunderland. I'm sure that there was more to it. You know, you lot watched it and stuff like that. But yeah, man, if you feel that I've missed out anything, or you want to kind of give anybody some ratings, or you want to kind of downgrade some of the boys' performances, yeah, put your comments down below and let me know. And yeah, man, we'll discuss it. But yeah, overall, brilliant win. And just as important, just to touch on it, and I said this in my starting 11 short video, the fact that we're able to the fact that we was able to win the game, and just to be able to keep that distance, you know, obviously Man City's won today. And it's a 6-point gap. Yeah. But a gap nonetheless. It could have been 9 points. If we had lost or we dropped points, you know what I mean? Liverpool, City winning today would have closed the gap. And today's game against today's City game, you can see that was a shot in the arm that they needed, man. A shot in the arm, a real boost for them, because the players said it themselves. They were like, look, before the game, yeah, man, 6 points was 9 points, innit? Was a massive gap in itself. So they didn't want to fall behind, because psychologically they're already fragile. You know what I mean? Psychologically, they're already fragile and they're feeling it. You know, the likes of Haaland saying that, yeah, going into this game, he was feeling nervous. It was a big game. I actually thought that Liverpool didn't play well in the first half. If I just quickly touch on that game, you know, Man City could have easily been a couple of goals up, but come second half, Liverpool obviously stepped it up. Another brilliant free kick from Szoboszlai. Same that what he done to us. 1-0 up, you're thinking, all right, cool, Liverpool at Anfield. You know, Man City have not won there for like 53 odd games, as they pointed out the stat during the game. I think like once in 53 games. So you're thinking to yourself, boy, if Liverpool go ahead with that Anfield crowd and everything like that, yes, they're going to win. But this goes to show you that this title race, it's not over. Even if we went 9 points in front today, for me personally, it would not signify that it's over. We've got 13 games left. There are plenty of games to go. All right. I just saw Man City's run, like until we play each other in the Carabao Cup. So like March 22nd or so. And I've seen the games that they've got, and easily they can win all those games. Yes, I know. Once again, I'm going to mention it. So many people turn around and say, oh, but this is not the same City of back in the days. Like, you know, they're not going to be able to put in a run, like they're losing games. Like, maybe. But, you know, my thought process, if I'm the players and I'm Arsenal in the dressing room, the training ground, all of that, you're thinking to yourself, just keep on going. We just need to handle our business. So for me, yes, it's good. I like the fact that we've got the cushion that we need to, because, you know, there is, in somewhat way, if there is, you know, an error in the fixtures, we lose or whatever, there's room to there's a cushion in it. There's a cushion. But this is the difference from the last 3 seasons that we've been trying to go for this league. All right. Probably not last season, because we were just pretty much out of it and Liverpool ran away. But the seasons that we've competed with City, and we've gone toe to toe and we've battled for the title, we've always relied on City dropping points. Oh, like, you know, if City drop points here, you're looking at the table, what matches can they? Yes, cool. We're hopeful, but let's not bank on it. Let's do what we just done this weekend. Yeah. Regardless of us thinking, oh yeah, Liverpool could take points off City, whatever. So, you know, no, go into our game, do what we need to do and win. If we keep winning, we put the pressure on them. So let's not have it where, you know, the pressure's put on us. We're the ones that lead it. If we just do our job, the pressure is on them in terms of trying to claw back those points, right? If we keep winning, it puts pressure on them. They're the ones that are going to be going into games like, you know, anxious and not wanting to drop points and all of that kind of stuff. If we're just doing what we need to do by winning week in, week out, then we should make it. We should make it, man. There's no excuses. We've got the team. We've got the squad. And we've got a big game. Big game. Match week 26 is a big game against Brentford away. They're doing absolutely brilliant. They've got that ego up front who's banging in goals. It's away at the G-Tech. So it's going to be tough, man. And I didn't even know that we had midweek games. I didn't know. So it's a midweek game. We're playing on Thursday. So yeah, man, 3 points is needed. Just got to go into this game and play against a really, solid team. They're 5th at the moment, if I'm not mistaken. I'll just double check. Brentford doing their thing. Let's just double check here. So where are they they're 7th, 39 points. All right. Nowhere near us, but we know how these things are, man. Like today I'm watching Man City and Liverpool, and I'm looking at, I'm thinking, man, first and foremost, Liverpool, man, you didn't play like that against us. I'm looking at City, but you didn't play like that against us, at the Emirates. So you just know, when teams come and play Arsenal, they play a completely different way. They're fully charged up. They want to prove a point. We're top of the table. So, if they beat us, it's a scout for them, innit? So we have to go into that game knowing this, for other teams that are facing us, this is a cup final for them. This is we want to prove that we've got something about us. So, and they've obviously got ambitions. I'm looking here. They've got ambitions to make it into Europe. Like I said, they've got 39 points, level with Liverpool. Then you got the likes of, so what's that? Brentford 7th, Liverpool 6th, both on 39 points. Then in 5th place, you've got 43 points. That's Chelsea. Man United, 44 points. All right. So it's close. It's close for the likes of Brentford to be able to dream and to be able to get into that top 5, let alone just fighting for Europe. You know what I mean? And then, I'm looking at Arsenal right now, 56 points. Man City, 50 points, 6 points difference. We've just completed match week 25, going on to match week 26, 13 games to go. And it's not just 13 straight games to go. We're in all 4 competitions. We've still got to worry about the Carabao Cup. We still got to worry about the FA Cup. We still got to worry about this, the Champions League when it comes round to the knockout stage. And then the bread and butter, week in, week out, we've still got the Premier League to fight for. And it's going to be a fight. It's going to be a fight. And let me say this, although, yes, wanted to see Liverpool, you want to see Man City drop points by all means. But I am not kidding you when I say, it's a title race. You can't think of it any other way besides that. If you are involved in a title race, you got to know that it is going to be tough. It's not going to be easy. I know all of us want to be 15 points ahead or 20 points ahead and just cruise into the title. It ain't going to be like that, man. Man City are, multiple time champions with a manager that has won multiple titles, trophies. So they know what to do in this situation. You know what I mean? They know how a title run is. They're not going to give up. As much as we want it to be a case where City crumble and stuff, no, they're not giving up. If we just got that in our minds and they're not giving up, then we all sleep well at night. Well, in somewhat way. You know what I mean? But if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. And right about now, we have to fight for the right to call ourselves champions. You know what I mean? It's not going to be given to us. And we've had the experience on 3 occasions of trying to push for this league and we've not been able to cross the line. This is our opportunity now. Do not feel any type of way, boys. Speaking to the Arsenal players right now. Yeah. Do not feel any type of way. Believe in yourselves. Believe just the hunger, man. If you want it, go and get it. Simple as that. If you want it, go and get it. Because you ain't going to be able to blame anyone else but yourselves. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, that's pretty much it. Just, little rundown of how I'm feeling after match week 25. And obviously we're going into match week 26, 13 games left to go. And yeah, man, it's still a long road. Even Pep Guardiola said still 13 games is still a long way to go. You know what I mean? So there's going to be some ups and downs. It's going to be a roller coaster ride, man. We're going to see games like that. And then, man, by the time we go and, play Man City at the Etihad, who knows, man? It could be 3 points in it. We could be 6 points. We could be 9 points ahead. Whatever it is, once again, man, let's go and get this title, man. If we want it, we've got to fight for it. Simple as. But let me know how you're feeling, man. How you feeling about us so far this season? Yes, we're in the first position. We've been first for a very long time. But how are you feeling? Listen, question is, do you think we're going to win this league? Yeah? Do you think we're going to win this league? Are you bothered about winning all the trophies? What is the priority? That's another question as well. What is the priority? You know what I mean? For me, I'm just like, I don't know, man. Look, obviously we've got the Carabao Cup to come first. When that comes around, that's what we concentrate on. Get across the line with that one. If we can put that in the bag, then we move on to the next one. So we're just going to have to take one game at a time. Literally is that. And for whatever falls in our path to be able to get over and conquer, that's what we need to do. Simple as that. Anything else in terms of talking about, oh yeah, we're here for the quadruple. Listen, we're in these competitions. You got to be in it to win it. But at the same time, one game at a time. And that's it, man. But yeah, put your comments down below and let me know. And that's it for today. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Smash that like button, as I said, do all of that jazz. And then press the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my shows. Because if you don't miss out on my shows, then you can like and subscribe, right? And then pass it on to your friend. Come on, man. You know what to do anyway. But hey, until the next time here on A Dash of the Gunners. Peace.